I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin. Cause we're still sleeping in my head.
I would like to start this video off by saying I already tried filming this, but I did get a little mad, so I had to take a little break. So I'm gonna refilm this, and I need you to bear with me as I try not to get angry. I'm gonna do trigger warning of like medical misinformation, mental health, someone taking advantages of people's sobriety and mental health, and just watching a freaking awful person be awful. You know what? I'm gonna get over it, and I'm gonna do my job. We're gonna talk about the person named Bethany. She says she's a sober guide. Who would have thought? Amari, which is the mental health MLM, which is my #1 least favorite MLM, and a holistic sobriety. So those are like her things, right? She has a master's degree and she's a mental wellness coach. Mental wellness coach is what people in Amari call themselves. I don't know what her master's degree is in. I couldn't care less because what she does is wrong no matter what. 10 years sobriety. Good. Good for you, Bethany. We love that. We love sobriety. Happy Juice. Happy Juice is Amari's mixture cocktail of lies and medical misinformation powder. I'll put it that way. Holistic sobriety and mental health. A lot to say about that. Rock bottom is your trampoline and design your comeback story. If you don't know, I have MDD, which is major depressive disorder. I take several different medications for it, and it has completely changed my life. And if you choose to not take medication and you choose to go the holistic route, good for you. Love that for you. I don't care. If you're happy, you're feeling good, you're doing well, that's what you should be doing. Whatever makes you feel that way, just do that. Unless obviously it hurts other people. This person, in my opinion, takes advantage of people who are in a very vulnerable situation so that she can make money. I'm usually not this like intense about another human being. Like I do have empathy for humans, but currently, I'm struggling to find my empathy bone. Anyone know this empathy bone? I gotta get out of girl world. Okay, just kidding. I love girl world. If you don't know it, then we don't need to talk about it. But if you do know it, hey, maybe we can try to find our empathy bones together on Miss Bethany. I'm talking because I know that I'm trying to stay calm. So I'm really just filling up all of this with conversation so that I can relax a little bit, my heart rate can go down, which is ridiculous. I know I'm supposed to be professional, but you know, sometimes things just piss you off. And the trigger warning is just someone taking advantage of sobriety, mental health for their own personal gain. I will be reading from Psychology Today, new findings that explore the SSRI efficacy and dysbiosis in major depressive disorder. And it kind of goes on a topic about depression, serotonin, and the gut, which is like the perfect topic. Now, I'm going to link it below because I'm not going to read it all to you. I've read it all, but I'm not going to read it all to you. You can go read it if you really want to. We're going to kind of compare it to Miss good old Bethany. First, though, I want to introduce you to her Instagram, which I kind of briefly did, but we're going to watch some of her videos. I will say I screenshotted her captions, but like I screenshotted it separately from the video, so I can't remember what went with what. We'll watch this one first.
To live the same way lifestyle that you did last year, you need an additional 9 to 12K more. 54% will be in bankruptcy by losing $500 of their monthly income over a 6-month period. During the last recession, an extra $400 a month would have stopped foreclosures. If you stop your time scrolling and start spending your time doing affiliate marketing, you can make an extra $500 a month. But who you partner with matters. The Mental Wellness Company is the fastest affiliate marketing company in the industry. We are the fastest growing team in the company. This is the place to be, you guys. We have 2 times higher product consumption than any other company. 2 times better retention rate. Up 150% in customers joining and 350% in brand partners. That tells you right there that people are 1, looking for more mental wellness, and 2, people are looking for an extra stream of income.
Well, yeah, because there's a mental health crisis in the United States, and the way to fix that is not through your really crappy company.
70% of consumers use social media to buy their products. 83% of consumers trust the word or mouth of a family or friend. You guys,
I just noticed, though, that she said affiliate marketing versus old MLM model. What? Affiliate marketing and MLM are different. They are called different things for different reasons. You were not in affiliate marketing, Miss Ma'am, Bethany Ma'am. Hello?
I just noticed that she's affiliate marketing versus old MLM.
It's my therapist. Hey. How did you know? He told me to chill the hell out. All right, see you next Thursday. Bye. I know, y'all, I gotta chill the hell out. I'm getting a little intense. Affiliate marketing and network marketing, or MLM, are not the same thing. I am an affiliate marketer with Liquid IV. I have a code, I have a link, and I make commission when someone uses my code or my link. But it's based off a company that you can also purchase from without my code or my link. It's also based on the fact that they don't up price so that we can become affiliate marketers. They were the same price before they had affiliate marketing. We also don't build downlines, and I don't make money off of people below me who I get to join, because that's not a thing. And so for them to use it like that, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Timing right now to join is immaculate.
Is that an S curve? Erin!
We are about to hit hyper growth and momentum. This only happens once in a company. It's a time when everybody wants in. We're the first in the industry, the first to talk about mental wellness, but we won't be the last. Harvest time is now because the momentum is here. If you want to make money, this is the place to be.
Right. Yeah. You start to lose the growth. People start to leave. It's like what happened with Monat. It grew, and now it's huge decline. So she said a lot of things that I don't want to talk about. We're just going to go to the next one because she's exhausting to me. This next one is Happy Juice Clinical Studies, which pretty sure they only have one, and I'm pretty sure it's on less than 100 people. As someone in the medical field, girl, sit down. Amari, what do you think that you're doing? Let's listen, and then we'll read her little white post-it note.
See, these are the nights, oh my gosh, wake the neighborhood up, that I just love, because prior to gut-brain axis communication, I could not wait until it was 8 p.m., even if my kids weren't tired, just so I could justify putting them to bed. Yeah, like I just needed them to go to bed because I was so exhausted. I was anxious, mentally drained, everything. Gut-brain axis is the most freeing thing to ever happen in motherhood for me.
Okay. Her Happy Juice Clinical Studies. Are you ready? The world's first award-winning gut-brain axis nutrition system. What does that mean? Why don't they ever explain it or put a link to it? Because probably when you look it up, it's a joke. Like, it's probably some weird award they won from the Direct Selling Association. Clinically proven to decrease in irritability scores by 60%, decrease in anxiousness 55%, reduction in overall distress 49%, increase in good bacteria 70%. Listen, this was my favorite number. Increase in positive mood 211%. 211. Decrease in negative mood 105. 105%. Those are some interesting numbers, Bethany. I'm very intrigued. Okay, here's the next one. I have to turn down the music for this. So this is what she says about it. For John, which is her husband, he didn't sleep our whole 9 years together until his gut got better probably, had better focus, and his stress was down. He didn't sleep for the whole 9 years. Not even a little bit. Are you sure? Because wouldn't he not be alive? Bethany? For me, okay, ready? Orgasms. Thanks, Bethany. Love that. Focus. No anxiety. Fully holistic with my mental health after 18 years medicated. Helps alcohol cravings. Weight loss, 25 pounds in the last year. Okay, good for you, whatever. Next one. Okay, so this is what she says about it. Point of view. He humored you and tried the viral drink and has better focus, better sleep, less stress. He's out of fight or flight, and he too now makes 4 figures selling it alongside you. This is her Instagram that's supposed to be about mental health counselor or something, whatever. She's using her Instagram about drawing people in who are sober, who are trying to get sober, who are mamas that are struggling, who are sober moms or trying to be sober moms who are struggling, to get them to simply use these products. It's disgusting. Now this one bugs me. This is where it took a turn in the last video that I tried to film about this. So I'm going to do my best to keep calm, and I need you to do your best to keep calm, okay? You can rage a little bit because you're not the one filming, but I can't rage too much. Reasons why being on meds made me a better mom. And there's nothing there. Okay, let's read. She says, unpopular opinion and not mainstream. This is my story and it won't be invalidated. Well, Bethany, if you're going to be manipulative, I might just invalidate you. If you're going to be manipulative, I might hurt your feelings because we don't manipulate about mental health. Got it? You can try to get people to buy your products and blah, blah, blah. But if you're going to manipulate people on medication that saved my life, we might have a problem. Internet disclaimer, if meds work for you, I applaud you for taking care of you. Apparently, you look down on us a little bit. All right. She said meds were great. Temporary solutions. But long term, they left me and so many. And that's when I knew she just said don't invalidate her because she didn't want people to push up against her idea of not being on medication. Okay, first off, if you're not on meds and you struggle with mental health and holistic is your way and that's what makes you feel good, love that for you. Keep going. Keep doing that. Whatever makes you feel good that isn't hurting other people. But when people say things like this, what they are doing is invalidating the idea of medication. Because she says, but long-term they left me in so many numb, touched out, disconnected, and not feeling all the feelings motherhood can bring to the table in their full capacity. What we need, she's saying what we all need is a regulated nervous system and balanced bodily systems that deliver the serotonin naturally. She doesn't know what she's talking about, and I'm excited to read that article. We have a man-made pharmaceutical factory within our bodies that with proper gut bacteria lower your anxiety, depression, balance your hormones, etc. It's a signaling problem, mamas. What does that mean? Because when I read the stuff we're gonna read, you're gonna need to explain more. If we don't need medication, then why are we gonna use your powdered cocktail? Well, it's not meds. Don't we have a pharmaceutical factory within our bodies? Why would we be adding something? If this is so holistic, why are we adding something that's a supplement when we don't need it? If holistic and healing root causes to feel better than any SSRI could give you speaks to you. Now let me read that again, because remember, we're trying to not invalidate her feelings while simultaneously she's invalidating anyone who takes meds. If holistic and healing root causes to feel better than any SSRI could give you speaks to you. I'm gonna leave that one there. I'm gonna let that stew because I can't talk about it. I'm gonna let y'all talk about it in the comments. Message me if you want to chat more about the mocktail that gets down in your gut and sends the correct signals to your brain to help get you feeling better. What I notice a lot, and as someone who has had an addiction to food, I don't really want to go into it, but I have. A lot of times people with addiction find addiction in other things, right? So they let go of the addiction, but they grab onto another addiction because addiction is, a lot of times, like my dad has an alcohol addiction, or he was an alcoholic for a long time. He's doing better from what I know, but he was. And I have an addiction gene from him, and it's something that I struggle with. Not necessarily alcohol or anything like that, but like food. And it was from like childhood trauma and food and all of that. I'm getting a lot better though with medication and therapy. Not really medication to like stop eating, but just like mental health medication. I think that what Bethany has done is she's gone from one addiction to another. She's gone from alcohol, which she had many years ago, good for her for getting out of that, to scamming people online, to whatever she's doing here. Right? Because it can become an addiction. It can become a high, right? Money can become a high. And maybe this drink, right? Maybe these products, this company, this idea, possibly. I see that a lot. Now, I'm not saying this addiction is worse than alcohol, but I think this addiction can hurt a lot of people too. And I see people go from like alcohol or substance abuse to the gym, which that's a great trade-off. Let's look at another one of her. I have to turn the volume down on this one. She says, put the alcohol down like I did 10 years ago. I'm addicted and I just can't get enough. And then she trades it for her happy juice instead, and it says, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. You know that song? She says, pick up the natural serotonin and dopamine. Live a happy, sober life. So what she's doing, she's tying in her MLM product with her idea of sobriety and how to help you. And that without this MLM product, she can't help you any other way. Like, this is the product that will help you have a happy, sober life. And she mixes the two and gives you the idea that this is what you need. She says, remember, if holistic and healing root causes to feel better than any SSRI could give you speaks to you, message. All right, so that's a little bit about Bethany. I don't think I have any other videos over here to show you. And I think that's really all I want to see of her face. But I wanted to kind of introduce y'all to her. I know that the Clown Town in DC, I know they've talked about her before. I wanted to talk about her a little more. I didn't have time to like do a really big deep dive, but I really want to. I want to go into it more. I want to have a conversation around her and this idea, because she's not the only one doing this. There are a lot of people doing it. And there are large influencers who've had like cancer and all these awful things who are doing what she's doing, which I'm going to talk about actually. This is from Psychology Today. It says depression, serotonin, and the gut. New findings explore SSRI efficacy and dysbiosis in a major depressive disorder. Posted April 17, 2023. So some key points. She talks about how serotonin is going to make you less depressed and all that, okay? A new report indicates a direct correlation between gut dysbiosis, major depressive disorder, and SSRI efficacy. Although the gut makes more than 90% of the body's serotonin, gut-derived serotonin does not cross the blood-brain barrier. Instead, a related metabolic pathway producing kynurenine is associated with decreased serotonin, increased inflammation, and depression. The gut microbiota may serve as a prognostic indicator and a treatment target for major depressive disorder. In a report scheduled for publication in June of 2023 issue of the Journal of Affective Disorders, researchers explored the association between gut microbiome and the efficacy of selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, in the treatment of MDD. Their findings indicate that an increase in a specific microbial genera, I don't know how to say that, blah, 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 may be useful as markers predicting treatment efficacy. They also help lay to rest notion that low serotonin is a causative factor in depression. A 2022 systematic umbrella review published in Molecular Psychiatry examined the breadth and quality of evidence behind the once popular theory. After reviewing 17 studies involving over 150,000 individuals, they concluded that the main areas of serotonin research provide no consistent evidence of there being an association between serotonin and depression, and no support for the hypothesis that depression is caused by lower serotonin activity or concentrations. Their review also revealed evidence that long-term antidepressants may actually reduce serotonin concentration. I'm not going to read it all, but I'll put it down below. And I think it's interesting that they are talking about, the gut microbiome. They're talking about how the theory of serotonin and depression, that low serotonin does not necessarily mean like high depression, and the relationship between that as well as increased inflammation and tryptophan and the pathways that it goes down. And if you don't understand all that, that's okay. But if you want to look into it, you should, and I'll put it below. But pretty much a lot of what it does is it kind of proves that what she's saying is incorrect. The idea that low serotonin means high depression is a theory. It's a theory. This kind of goes into how they're breaking down that theory as being incorrect. But ultimately, this just goes to show that people who maybe look like they know what they're talking about, like Bethany, actually have no freaking idea of what they're talking about. People in companies like MLM companies, especially, whether it's hair, makeup, skincare, nutrition especially, and mental health like Amari, they a lot of times have no idea what they're saying. They're just repeating what they see. They're just repeating their uplines, they're repeating their sidelines, they're repeating what their company says, but they don't actually know. They're gonna say it increases positive whatever by 211%. But do they give you the link to the study? No. Why? Because there's probably one and it's less than 100 people, I'm sure. It angers me, especially when it comes to mental health and Amari, because I have a lot of feelings towards Amari and how they've taken this idea that mental health and their products are going to help it more than SSRIs or medication. It's very careless. It's very irresponsible, and it could potentially lead to someone no longer being on this earth because of how they kind of degrade and hate on medication and what it can do for you. So I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who just stopped taking their medication, which, by the way, you should not stop taking medication for your mental health. Cold turkey, that's really bad for you. But stop taking the medication and started using these products. I just wanted to talk about that with y'all, and I want to know your thoughts below. I want to dive into this a lot more. It's just upsetting, truly. And as someone whose life was pretty much saved by medication and my therapist and my husband, because I've attempted to unalive myself before. Let me put it this way. Medication helps me function like a normal human being in a way that allows me to heal from my past traumas that ultimately helps my depression. And that's what I use it for. And I'm very grateful for it. And I understand that it doesn't work for everyone. And I understand that some people have bad experiences with it. But the way that Bethany and people like her like to shit all over it is horrendous and dangerous and irresponsible. Thanks for watching and letting me vent a little bit. Again, I want to know what you think because I want to be the only one feeling this way. And if I am and I'm wrong or you have thoughts that are different from mine, that's okay. And you can say it below. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video or want to see more videos like this. I usually don't vent as much, okay? Usually there's more to it than me venting. You can subscribe. You can also like the video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Show you what I'm all about. Make up for what we lost. Tonight is the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about yours.